Jürgen, you were smiling before the game, you're smiling afterwards. So what's your thoughts on that 90 minutes?
Yeah, hard job to do. I think I have no idea how much we had the ball, but it was a lot, and we need to be creative. And we had our moments already in the first half, but we knew that we have to be a little bit more patient in this one, have to switch the side again, because they were quite deep and defended with a lot of legs. So, but we had the moments and didn't score. That's how it is, but didn't give a lot of counterattacks away. So I was fine for the moment, and then second half we could adjust a little bit here and there and did it better. So the first part of the second half was really good. But how it is, and we had games like this, also again, Crystal Palace already has one counter-attack and kills you, and we were really awake, concentrated in these situations, defended really well. So, and then you have to, I love the goal, to be honest. So I would have scored more, but I love the goal because it was not a clear situation, it was a counter-pressing situation. Dom is awake, foot in, and then so Sadio can score, that can make the easy goal. Then at the end we had other chances. Yeah, we could have, could have scored more often, but it was difficult, and I'm completely happy how the boys did the job today.
With regards to Sadio, in his last 8 Premier League appearances for you, that's now his 6th goal. Does that demonstrate the importance and how prolific he is for you?
Yeah, well, there's no doubt about his importance. I think that this is how football is. He's not more important than other players, but of course you need always the finisher. You need decisive, or the players for the decisive moments. And Sadio is ready for this always greedy on goals and stuff like this. So yeah, very good. And of course the biggest achievement in last season was, or how big the 4th place was last year, was we played half a year pretty much without Sadio. With a player like him, it's really hard. And yeah, good game of him.
Last week you got hurt in the dying minutes. Were you feeling the tension a little bit on the sidelines this afternoon in the last few moments?
Yes, but we did better. We did better. We had last week. That's learning from your own mistakes. This makes, I think, in life always sense, and in football especially, because we were too deep last week, and we did much better. We kept a high line, and so balls behind us would have been already ready for Simon. But he needs the space. The goalkeeper needs the space. He cannot jump in 5 players. So, we did that much better. But of course, you cannot be sure, especially with the quality of Crystal Palace, with Christian Benteke and Loftus-Cheek and Townsend in this area. So that you need to be awake all the time, and we were.
Is that the perfect start to a big 8 days for the club?
We had already big 8 days, so yeah, the next big 8 days is coming up, and you can imagine it's quite difficult, but Anfield helps a lot. That's how it is, and I think it was again the difference today in these moments when we, in the second half, the crowd was really there, and I enjoyed it a lot, and so now we gave the first 3 points at Anfield back to our supporters, and so. Another 2 home games, both are very important. We need, I would say, a day for recovery, and then we have to go, and then we can go again.
Jürgen, finally, we must end, as you know, the inevitable question about Philippe Coutinho. We read that the club have rejected a very big bid, supposedly 113 million. What's the latest on that? And could I just pose the question differently? If the club keep rejecting the bid, does your job become harder and tougher when you have to reintegrate the boy in with the club, should he not be sold to Barcelona?
No, look, I don't think that it makes sense in life that you think too much ahead. What can happen when? So the situation is like it is, nothing changed in that. So, and I know when there is no other decision possible anymore at the 31st of August, then things. We have to think about everything new. That's how it is in this moment. As you can imagine, it's not too easy for nobody, but we have to be concentrated on the job on the pitch, and I really think the boys did brilliant.
Thank you.
Yes.